All right, the first activity we're going to do, I would call it a game, but it's not really a game. Little activity that we're going to do goes like this. I'm going to give you a number to start with and a number to end with, and you need to tell me what exponent takes you from the first number to the second number. So I'll try one. So the first thing I'll do is I'll say, all right, start with a 2 and end with a 64. What's the exponent? So I would go like this. Start with a 2, end with a 64. What's the exponent that changes a 2 into a 64? Wow, it's a 6. So you can just look it up like that. I'll try one more. How about start with a 3, turn it into a 9? Well, right away you may say, oh, it's a 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. Well, no, be careful on that. It's not what number multiplies, it's what's the exponent. So if I start with a 3 and end with a 9, you're going to say, what's the exponent? The exponent is a 2, because 3 squared is 9. All right, let's try one or two of them and see how you can do. All right, start with a 4, end with 1,024. All right, start with a 4, 1,000. Oh, we found that it was a 5, so the answer there is a 5. All right, start with a 5, end with 78,125. Start with a 5, end with 78,125. Start with a 5, end with 78. There we go. So our answer is a 7 because that's the exponent that changes that. All right, we'll try one more. Start with a 6, end with 216. Start with a 6, end with a 216. Start with a 6. Okay, it was a 3, so 3 is the exponent. All right, well, if you think you're smart, let's go the other way around, see if we can handle this. Let's say, all right, how about start with a 128, end with a 2. Start with a 128, end with a 2. Well, starting with a 128 is here. Now I'm going backwards. So in order to go from a big number to a small number, that's actually a root. So it wasn't a 7th power. A 7th power goes from 2 to 128, which would be a 7. But to go from the larger number to the smaller number, we need a root, which would be a fraction. So it's actually going to be 1/7 would be that answer. All right, let's try another one. Let's start with a 16, end with a 4. Start with a 16, end with a 4. You might say, oh, it's a fourth, because a fourth of 16 is 4. Well, hold on. Start with a 16, end with a 4. The exponent is a 2, so that's a square. That's a 1/2, because the square root of 16 is 4. So we're in column 2 like that. So let's try some of these. All right. Start with a 243, end with a 3. Start with a 243, end with a 3. Well, 243 is here, 3 is there. So, well, a 5 would go from small to big, so a 5th would go from big to small. We got 1/5. All right, start with a 4,096, end with an 8. 4,096, end with an 8. Oh, 1/4. 4 goes from small to big, 1/4 goes from big to small. Last one we'll try and then we'll be done. Start with a 625, end with a 5. All right, start with 625, end with a 5. That is also 1/4. All right, hopefully you're catching on.